Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are going to be discussing the full moon in Aquarius, and then we're going to be jumping into a general reading with tarot and oracle cards to see how best to utilize this energy. Do keep in mind that a general reading is just that. It is a message for the collective, so take what resonates and know that there's a message in there for you somewhere. All right, so this full moon is in the sign of Aquarius, which is interesting. So it's also right after Lionsgate. We're in Leo season. So there's a lot of energy going on right now. Plus, it's going to be a super moon. So basically what that means is it's a full moon on steroids. The super moon just means that the moon is going to be closest to us at this point, and I believe that this is the last super moon of the year. So soak it in. This is going to be a time where a lot of people might be very emotional. Their feelings are going to be overwhelming. So if you're out and about, it is recommended to just take those with strides. Just know that a lot of people can maybe be very intense or overreact. So it's best to not engage in, petty arguments or anything like that. It just will blow up and be ridiculous. But you probably will be feeling very intense feelings, very emotional. And things might be coming to the surface, especially since this is Saturn in retrograde as well. So we might be forcing ourselves to look at past situations and past relationships and all that sort of a thing. So there's going to be a lot of emotional breakthroughs, breakdowns, all of that. And speaking of breakthroughs, we have the full moon Aquarius here. Show the world the real you and then be real. So what this means essentially is the Aquarian energy is very much like they are unique. They are very much loving to be wild and, out of this world. A lot of people like to think of Aquarian energy as like the alien of the zodiac, where they're kind of just like, they do their own thing. They're very unique. They're very different, and they like it that way. So this is going to ask you to kind of like tap into who do you really think you are? Who do you want to be? And then with that, this full moon is going to be asking you to release anything that doesn't connect to that. So any kind of toxic behaviors that you want to get rid of, relationships you want to get rid of, now's the time to really tap in and figure out how we're going to release that this full moon. Habits are going to be a big one. So if you're looking at like really taking a look at like maybe nutrition or, work and home life balance, there's going to be a lot of give and take here that we're going to need to be looking at for balancing everything. So very good energy for release, and it's going to be very introverted. We're going to be taking a real hard look at ourselves and maybe what we need to work on and what we love to bring with us in this next cycle. And like I was saying, Aquarians are very unique and they are prone to surprise you. And so this also may be a surprising time for you as well. Like maybe you had a epiphany and you're like, oh, well, I don't know where that came from, but that is going to work for this situation, or I should do that. The outcomes might surprise you, and how you deal with things might surprise you because of this energy. And also be open to a unique point of view. There's going to be probably situations of you looking internally and being like, well, I never thought of that before, or, I never saw what others saw. Look at your situations and the things that you want to release with a different point of view, because like I said, Aquarian energy is very different. Also with this Aquarian energy, they do not care if somebody wrongs you, if somebody does something that is not within your vibration or your level. They will cut you out. They will cut you off. So that's kind of what we're looking at with this as well. Cut out and cut off, set up boundaries, but also let down some boundaries in other areas too. I know that might be confusing, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like sometimes we build up walls for ourselves in certain situations, and other times we let people come in and just kind of be a doormat. And so this is the time where you need to figure out, are you going to continue to be a doormat, or are you going to let people walk all over you? Or are you going to break down some of your walls and your barriers and allow certain people in? So it's kind of one of those things where you kind of have to take a look at everything that you want to maybe release or better and kind of figure out how you're going to build upon those boundaries. I know it's a little confusing, a little contrarian, but again, Aquarian energy. Okay, and so I did mention Saturn retrograde. This is, if I remember correctly, it's in conjunction with Aquarius right now. So since it's in retrograde, this is the perfect time for you to take a reflective period and look at the structures in your life, the boundaries that you set up, and the relationships, and see how they are affecting you for better or for worse. And again, with the boundaries is just to like figure out what's working and what's not. This is the best time to do so. And since this is a super full moon, this would be a fantastic time for you to connect with your intuition, to connect with the divine, to connect with the divine feminine or the goddesses, however you choose to practice. This is a fantastic time for you to dive into divination, to do some self-work, some self-care. Full moons are fantastic for self-care. It's all about releasing and letting go. And like I said, Aquarian energy, cut it off, let it go. If it's not working for you or adding value into your life or not being fulfilled and the give and take is not a balanced give and take, cut it out. It'll be great to kind of take that self-care time to like give yourself attention, give yourself nurturing energy, take that divine feminine and bring it in toward your life inward and allow it to kind of embrace you and really dive into that energy, appreciate yourself. All right, so with all of that background, now we're going to go and dive into the general reading. All right, so we're using the Hocus Pocus Tarot today. And then we're going to dive in with the oracle cards. Okay, so the first card is going to represent the energy and how to embody it. We've got the Page of Cups. Yes. All right. And then this next card is going to represent what we need to release. And we have the Emperor. Okay, so let's talk about it real fast. So the Page of Cups, this is all about listening to your intuition, being sensitive, being creative, being open, and like we were talking about, being willing and able to receive. So this is quite interesting. I really like the juxtaposition here. So Page of Cups is also very much a sensitive being. So this is a great time for you to utilize that energy with yourself, like we were talking about with divination. This would be a great time for you to start working on learning your divination if that's what you're trying to do, or bring inspiration and creativity into future projects or projects that you're already working on. Tap into your intuition, listen to it, listen to your gut, and let it guide you into like moving toward what you want to create or what you want to do. Fantastic time for you to be in this watery energy of creation and with intuition. I love it. To me, this is also a sign to tap into your inner child too. So have fun, play, get messy, make mistakes, as Miss Frizzle would say on the Magic School Bus. This is very much a creative, playful, intuitive, sensitive energy. And I feel like this is a fantastic time for you to explore that side of you. If you haven't been tapping into that lately, this would be a fantastic time to do so. So let's talk about what we need to release. And we have the Emperor. So this is really interesting. This could be a couple of different things, but the big one that I'm getting here is we need to release our perceived notion of structure. Sometimes we structure our day-to-day so tightly that it doesn't leave room for this. It doesn't leave room to play, to create, to tap into our intuition. We have such a huge to-do list during the day that we negate anything else that isn't the to-do list. So there's a lot of structure that we need to kind of allow to let loose a little bit. Allow yourself to get a little bit out of control and, be a little bit more fluid like the water. The Emperor is all about very big, rules, planning, authority, and big on structure. There's a list to do. There is a way to do things in a set order, etc., etc. He's the number 4. So again, stability and structure. We need to release some of those ideas because they might not be working for us anymore. There's a lot here that we can release in terms of what we think we should be doing. Instead, we're not allowing ourselves to be able to, change it up if we want to. It's like law and order type feeling. Very much like, I have to do it this way because it's been done this way for centuries. Or like, I only know this way to do things. This is your time to kind of let loose a little bit, get a little messy, and make a little bit of more creative and fun play entwined with your day-to-day. So I know it can be kind of hard to do, especially if you have like a really rigid schedule, but this is the point. We want to allow that fluidity to come in, to just have a little bit more fun, a little bit more play. If you have the same thing for lunch every day, maybe switch it up a little bit. If you, go to the gym after work every day, maybe take the day off. Something like that. Allow yourself some swing, some flow, some play. This is where that break free comes in. So breaking free from structure that is no longer serving your best interest. So again, if things are holding you back because you're doing things in a certain way, we need to fix that. If people or relationships are holding you back and that's too much of a structure or toxic or anything like that, we need to switch that up. We need to figure out what's not working. This is the time to take a look at all of those things and reevaluate how we are going to go about it in this next cycle. I'm also getting like the emperor is pretty traditional, right? So there's that traditional aspect that I was kind of feeling with, the day-to-day structure and the this is how we perceive things to be. Maybe you're not so traditional anymore. Maybe things are changing for you. Maybe those are the systems that are breaking down. Maybe it's the belief system, not necessarily what this card is about, but that's a structure. And maybe that's something that you are looking at breaking down and breaking through, working through. Maybe it is a family dynamic because this is technically the father of the tarot. So maybe it is a family dynamic that we are breaking free from that structure or the expectations that are on these structures. So there's a lot of ways to take this, and it's going to be different for each one of us. So take what resonates as always. And also release your expectations and your preconceived notion of masculinity too, because this is like the quote unquote divine masculine in the deck. So if you're having, issues with toxic masculinity, that's a structure that needs to be broken down too. We need to get past all of that. If you want to do certain things that isn't considered, manly, don't worry about it. Do what you feel is right. That sort of thing. I need to mention that just because that came in my head. That thought process came in my head. So someone out there can relate. So there's a lot of things that you can release this full moon regarding all of these emperor energies and ideals. And now we're going to move into the oracle cards to kind of confirm things, see what else we need to see, that sort of a situation. All right. First up, we're going to use the big cards here. We've got the Everyday Witch Tarot. And first up, we have Transform and Change. So absolutely, this is a fantastic time to switch things up, to change things. If you're wanting to make a big change, this is one of those times. A release and a breakthrough is a change, it's a transformation. It's also your thought patterns too. I'm having issues with putting all the cards on the table here. Your next one here is Healing Waters. So what we were talking about is like release and self-care and allowing yourself to be nurtured. These are all healing things. And your last, we have Give Into Passion. This is a very big one too for creativity. If it's music, if it's art, if it's dance, if it's, math problems, y'all crazy, but I get it. All of those things, give into your passions, allow yourself to enjoy those hobbies or those creative outlets so much more. It's a great time to utilize that Page of Cups energy. All right, next up, we've got the Heavenly Bodies. We're just going to glide through them real quickly. First up, we've got Aquarius. So we're talking about originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. Then we have Scorpio. which is a water sign there. Intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Exposing the structure systems that are no longer working for you or the toxic patterns and habits, and purging and renewing. Bam. Then we've got conjunction, a union, merging, and coming together. So that Saturn conjunction with Aquarius is that reminder there. But you might be coming together with some thoughts or with other people that can help you to collaborate, get together with ideas, maybe spending time with your partner. Then we have the North Node, destined to have. Keep going toward your destiny. Keep moving forward. Destined to have. The North Node is your true north, right? Where you're going toward. I love that. Destined to have. Believe in what you want. Make it happen. And then we have Neptune. Love it. Dream and transcend. Pay attention to your dreams. Listen to your intuition. And then we have sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. There you go. Your next one, house 9, spiritual growth. Absolutely. I think this is the time. Some of you might be, again, breaking down what is the word I'm looking for? Deconstructing your faith. So this might be a time where you're really tapping into learning about a new faith or no faith, however that feels like to you. But spiritual growth is also about like believing in yourself and energy and moving forward through that. And your last heavenly body's house 8. Love it. Transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. So again, your structure system, your boundaries, all of those things, the karmic lessons that we've gained over time and other lifetimes, we're kind of like forcing ourselves to face that and look at what is no longer working and move forward from it. All right, then we've got, what is this, the Numinous Oracle. We have Leo. Love it that we're in the Leo sign still. So expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm. All of those lovely energies. If you want to pause, you can read. Trine, so flow. When we were talking about going with the flow and figuring out new ones. Harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, supports. Moon. Feelings, love it. Yeah, we are definitely going to be in our feelings. Instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort. Pay attention to your digestive system, femininity, and lineage. Then we also have Mercury, communication, words, thoughts, information, learning. All of those things are going to be coming up. We got Neptune again. Love that. Imagination, memories, subconscious, universal love, empathy, meditation is going to be a big one for you guys too if you like to do that. And meditation isn't always just sitting in lotus pose and being quiet and focusing on your breath work. You can let your mind wander and color or paint. That's another big thing with creativity too. Get yourself a hobby that you can lose your thoughts in. 6th of house, craft. Again, hobbies right here. Work details. Health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, organization, apprenticeship. And then we have semi-sextile, allowing, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope, cycles, grows, realizes, rewards. Love all of that. All right, next we have the Starcodes Astro. First up, Saturn. All right, we don't need to talk about structure anymore. We already get it. Venus, beloved. Oh, okay. So Venus is the ruler. Venus is the planet of like love, self-love, all of that stuff, beauty. This I really get like, love yourself. Focus on yourself. Give yourself that self-love that you would want to give to somebody else. Nurture that. Take time and care for yourself because you deserve it. Okay, pay attention to yourself. That rose quartz energy. Moon, perception. Look at things in a different way, like we were talking about. Challenge your boundaries. Challenge who can be allowed in and out. Look at things in a new way, like we were talking about with that Aquarian energy too. Things might surprise you. And then conjunction, alliance. That's another one. Oh, I love when that happens. So yeah, another union. Things might be happening where you're meeting people that are aligned in the same mind frame or morals or, same job, that sort of a situation. And your last one here, progression. So journey. This might be a new journey for you. Might be something fantastic and fun and different, or brand new and terrifying. But the fact is, it's a journey. Enjoy it. There's something about allowing yourself to be in the moment in a new transition or a new journey that you really start to see things from a different way, a different point of view, and you can appreciate the little things when you know you're in for a ride. I just want to read you a little snippet from the book. To help guide you in the moment, consider where you would like to be at the end of your life, a far distant point, and look back. Let this future become your lighthouse to guide you. Even though you may have to go around the rocks and work with the tides, let your lighthouse guide you. Trust the tides and set your own sails. I love that. All right, we're almost done. We have the Queen of the Moon Oracle. We've got abundance. That doesn't need to be explained. Create abundance, expect abundance, have a grateful attitude and a thankful gratitude. Action. Take action towards your plans, toward what we want, or toward what we were discussing here as well. Inspired action. And then balance. We were talking about that balance between work life and home life and boundaries and people and all of that. Take that all into consideration. The unexpected, like I said, don't be surprised when the unexpected happens or when things work out in a different way than you expected. The unexpected. Love that. Then we have, I'm not going to explain this again. We already talked about boundaries. Love that that came up. And your last card. Ooh, that's where we are. The green corn moon. Patience. Have patience that it will all work out in the end. That journey card is really a testament to that. Patience with yourself, patience with others when you're dealing with, customers at work that are testy and are, in their own world and all of that. Have patience because keep that emotional thing in mind that everybody's going to be on edge or in their feelings and their emotions, and have patience with everyone else around you because it will be a little intense. But as always, pay more attention to your own patience too. Allow yourself that grace to know that things will happen when they are supposed to happen if you keep working towards your goal. And your last card here is the Light Codes Oracle. We've got limitless abundance. I love that so much. Believe that there is abundance all around us and it is limitless because it is. It's just how we go about accessing it, right? Okay, so that is a very big full moon, super moon reading. Hopefully you enjoyed all of this. If it resonated, let me know down in the comment section below. If you like these videos, let me know by leaving a like or letting me know down in the comment section below because I enjoy these videos. And with all of that said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you and I appreciate you so much. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. And don't forget to take a look at the description box where I have my link tree that will provide you all of my social media links as well as my Etsy shop where I do private readings. So if you would like one of these done privately, that is your one-stop shop. All right, thank you all so much. Have a wonderful rest of your full moon and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.